Well, hey there, friend. Step right in and grab a figure. And welcome to the Pret Pool Channel. Here at the Pret Pool Channel, let's talk about the new action figure I got. Let's talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. Maybe you might like how it looks, or maybe how it moves with its joints, or maybe you like the stuff it comes with. But no pressure, my friend. Just enjoy the show today, right here at the Pret Pool Channel. So go on and give us like, or be bold and click subscribe. After all, it's a free ride to the Pret Pool Channel.
Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Pret Pool. Thank you for clicking on my video. Today we're going to be doing a review from Big Bad Workshop. This is from Big Bad Toy Stores, their official lines. They already done Operation Monster Force. This is now like a separate line that they're doing called Soldiers of Fortune. And the gist I get from it is pretty much this line is kind of like your army builder, or like, you add these guys to other lines, like, say G.I. Joe, Classifieds, to Valiverse, or just to help even Marvel. You can add these guys to kind of be background, or troop builders. That's how I'm interpreting as far as this line. I haven't seen like a straightforward story for these guys, but maybe they are working on that. But still, it's still neat that if that's the idea that I think it is, that's what it that's they're going for. So anyway, I got the kind of like the red with the black camo. They already had released first just the like all red one without the black camo on it, but I kind of wanted this version for a reason. So here we have on the packaging. So it's pretty neat. It's not like in the Operation Monster Force version, which it's like in a box. This one has more closer to how the Valiverse is, where you can just slip this thing off, or even Mythic Legions. So you can see here the other characters that are in this wave. Originally, when you could have ordered this whole wave, and you get this guy included in, like, if you get the all-in. You can't get this one separately, but all the other ones you can. The only one as of the filming of this video that's not available is the Saboteur, but all these came available to purchase as far as on their site. So here's a brief information about it. So it's pretty general. Again, it's not like a really fleshed out story yet, but you can, like I mentioned, use these characters for different lines. So you can just unflap this, and this will just slide off. So it's very collector friendly. So you can just take things out and put it back in. And you see there's twisties and there's baggies with a whole bunch of accessories. So you can just take out the tray from here. And here we see he has two head sculpts that are here on the tray. So he's got the one on, and then he has the lighter skin one. And there should be another head in there, then with accessories for the helmet and the mask and so forth. All right, so here we go. You can take this out. I believe this is a stand in there. One baggie. Then you have another baggie with more accessories, and then you got your twisty back here. So as you can see, I just got this figure today, again, same day that I'm filming this review. So you guys are seeing me freshly taken out of the package. So if there's any QC issues or anything like that, you're gonna find out same time as I am, as I do this mini review. So he only has he has two. He has that twisty, and he has the rubber band type thing going on here. So see if I can get that off. Alright, so I got him out of the tray. So here's a closer look at the figure. Here's his face. You can see as far as his eyes, they seem to be painted fairly well. There we go. So this eye here seems a little bit more into inside, but I plan to use the third head scope actually, so that's okay. Let's take a look at the other head sculpt, see if he has anything noticeable as far as a defect. So he has the blue eyes. Okay, so it's okay. Let's see if I can find the other. It's a helmeted head in the packaging. As far as the articulation that I can tell, it's pretty much like your standard classifieds Valaverse, same joints and so forth. Closer to classifieds, I would say, as far as having. He does have butterfly joints, so you can move. It's a little stiff, but you can see you get some. It's not a whole crazy amount, but it's all right. And this is the other head sculpt that I plan to use more. Let's take it out of the baggie. A lot of baggies. So here's that one. I kind of would have liked a little bit of that camo black also on the face mask a little bit. I might do that touch up on him, but let's see how he looks. Head pops off nicely, not overly stiff or anything like that, so that's pretty good. Let's pop the other one in. Let's see if there's any issues with that. And no issues with that. So yeah, it kind of breaks up a little bit. I would have preferred, and I think again I might do a touch up on the helmet. Put some black on there. I think maybe. I don't know. I might leave it that way. So these are removable. This pouches and this molded knife. So this is not removable as far as the knife itself, but you can take this piece off and replace with grenades and other accessories that it comes with. So let's see, he's got, I'm going to put on the head he came with on, because he does, aside from the head sculpts, he has hats that he can wear. So he's got this one. So you want to go for that look. He's got a beret, if I can find it. Here it is. Oh, dropped it on the floor. There you go. I kind of like this look too. So I might be going between the helmeted and the beret. So could use a little paint on there, some kind of ranking or whatever on there. I might paint something on. We'll see. Then he has these shoulder pads. They're unpainted. But they do kind of like a gunmetal wash a little bit on there. So there's it seems a little wear and tear on them. Nothing too crazy though. And he has a bunch of stuff that he comes with. So this little baggie here has a lot of stuff. I may not go through all of it, but he's going to have hands, you're going to have his guns, you're going to have knee pads, elbow pads, I don't know. Actually, elbow pads, knee pads already on. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff. So, real quick, it comes with this machine gun. Quite nice. Take out the clip. And you have the suppressor that's removable too. So that's pretty neat. Then he has his pistol. Also nice. Again, they have like a gunmetal wash to them. So that's pretty cool. And then he has his helmet that you can also put. So aside from the hats, he has this helmet. And this is kind of similar to Valivers, how they have their setup with their helmets. Let's see if we can focus. Where you can like attach things to the side. There we go. But it's got a nice sculpt to it, very realistic. So it's pretty neat. I like it. And then you can have, like, for example, this face guard that you can add to it. Okay, so let's see if I can attach this without any problems. So you have these holes up here, and you should be able to just, it is rubbery, so it's already, I can tell it's going to be a little bit of an issue. Let's see if I can do that. If I can, I'm not going to waste too much time on that. So far I got one in. Okay, so you have this set up if you want. So it wasn't too bad. And then you can just slide his head in there. It's okay. It's a little bulky for my taste. It's not horrible, but I don't know. I don't think I'll be using it much. And then you do have his night vision goggles that you can put on the front. Now that's, again, the helmet is very rubbery, so it's me trying to put this night vision on here is a little tricky right now. So I think I probably had to do it before. There we go. I think I got it now. So he has that. I don't know if I put it in right. Yeah, I did. It's okay. I don't know if I'll use this way. I might use it for a different character, this helmet. But it's nice, or it's good enough, I guess. So he has several hands. You have your standard grabby, expressive hands, but then you do got these two that are like different from what you normally get from other figures. So you have like a thumbs up, and then you have like pointing, giving orders or instructions to other teammates, or just being mad at someone. You got that. No middle finger one, as I can tell, which is fine. No big deal. All right. So his articulation, I go again, not too much, but I don't sense, there's no stiffness on here, nothing for me as of right now, right out the box right now. He moves ready to play without having to heat. So that's pretty good. As I mentioned earlier, his gear over here is removable, so you can customize to your liking. And for that, you have on one side you can put like shells or bullets, and you're gonna probably have to paint these to kind of stick out a little bit more. That same side you can put a flashlight. Actually, this will be, yes, they will be the same side. And then you have, I believe that's, you only get 3 additional ones. Yeah, you only get 3. The other side you'll get grenades. And again, you probably want to paint these green or something for them to stand out a little bit more, or at least silver. And then for his legs, he does come with a holster for his gun. So you would just slide it in there. And then you have for another leg, another on the other side, you have like just for to put pouches. So yeah, it comes with a lot of stuff. He is pricier compared to classifieds and Valaverse, but you get quite a few head options. You get a lot of accessories that you can intermingle with. Even with the headgear that I mentioned earlier, the one that I said I wasn't going to use, this one here. You also have, if you don't want to use that face guard, you can use these. Again, similar to Valaverse, where you can have these noise cancelers on, for the helmet. So you can just plug these in instead. All right, so one last thing I want to go over, and he does have blast effects. One small, one medium, and then he has the smoke one that you can use. All right, so I'm going to gear him up and then do some comparisons. This video is going a little longer than I want it to. So let's go ahead and see how this guy compares with other figures. Okay, so I decked them out with most of the accessories that I want to have him with. So for right now, I did keep him with his original head sculpt that he came in package, and I gave him the beret. And then I did put his shoulder pads on. Also put his elbow pads on. They weren't difficult to put on at all. I didn't have to remove the hands or anything like that to do that. He does have other accessories that you can put on his belt. He's got these grenades, for example, that you can put. If you don't want to use the grenades, he does have, I want to say, these other accessories here. I don't know what they are, but grenades, I guess. I don't know. But he has these things here that you can also put on that same spot where I put those grenades on. I did put his holster with his gun, and then he has his pouch that he has on his other leg. The only thing I did notice, his red is kind of darker on his legs and arms compared to this upper torso. This seems to be a brighter red compared to the rest of it. So it's not hugely. Here you can probably notice it. If you compare it to his legs, you can see a difference. So I would have preferred more uniform with his legs. I wish this was darker. One can probably fix that. And then I took out the pouches on this side, and I put the ammo or the bullets. I left the knife on there. You can also, since I put these grenades on here, I left these off. So, and the way you want to tell what side these addition goes, you will have like this squarish tab in the bottom, and you have a circular one on the top. So that's how you know which side these things go. All right, so let's do some comparisons. Let's put this guy back here. So we'll start off with, let's go do Marvel. Let's put the movie version Deadpool. It's gonna kind of keep with the red and black theme. Okay, then if Cosmic Legions. Okay. Then we'll do Iron Grenadier from Hasbro Classifieds, and from Big Bag Workshop, but from the Monster Force line, we'll put Eraser. Okay. Then let's go with NECA Samurai Predator. See if I can get this guy to stand. And if you want to build an army for M. Bison, a little short. last but not least, let's go ahead and compare with Valaverse. And this is the main reason why I got this guy, to put him with the Crimson Shadows infantry. So build up a squad with them. So not exact match as far as color with red. So as you can see, he's brighter, but it's something that I can work with still. So, you know, again, he'll stand out as kind of the squad leader or major, whatever, captain. So he's going to be leading that group. I'm still indecisive whether I'm going to keep him with this head and the beret or use him with the helmeted one. This is too bright for me, so I'm going to have to maybe do a black wash on him. I might do also on the rest of him a little bit, kind of darken him up a little bit. It's too bright for me. But yeah, but otherwise he fits pretty good with them. So I plan to use them together, and he's just going to be the leader for them. And again, I want to mention as far as the butterfly joints, what's neat about his gear is that, you know, this is flexible and it gets out of the way. So for posing and so forth, it's I kind of like this web gear more, instead of having something solid in the middle that can, you know, restrict his movement. This allows for him to be able to pose around better. So some may not like this setup, but I do for that reason. So all right, so hopefully this has been helpful to you, whether you decide to get this figure or any other one from this wave. So far, I'm really first impressions. I really like this figure, and we'll see what other ones I get from them. I do have from their Crimson Shadow, I think it is. It's also another line that Big Bad Workshop has. I plan to get one character from there to kind of be the official leader of this squad. But till then, and I'll probably be adding this guy to them, which he seems to be matched better with as far as the Valaverse, as far as the red. So yeah, I'm using different lines to kind of build a team. All right, so please like and subscribe. I hope this video was helpful. Please enjoy the hobby, and, you know, let's all just respect each other's tastes as far as what we collect and so forth and how we collect. So again, I'll see you guys later. Until the next time, see ya.